Lights, camera, drama. Meghan Markle walked into the Drew Barrymore show like royalty, but behind the scenes, tensions exploded. Crew complaints, a furious Drew, and a backstage clash no one expected. This wasn't just an interview, it was a full-blown media meltdown. What was supposed to be just another fun day on the Drew Barrymore show turned into a behind-the-scenes mess no one saw coming. Before Meghan Markle even walked onto the studio floor, something felt off. Crew members whispered about the strange tension in the air, a sort of royal pressure that hung thick like fog. And then it hit a huge list of demands from the Duchess herself.
Right, with Meghan Markle, who claims to view Princess Diana as some type of guardian angel, who tells Prince Harry that she communicates with his late mother on a regular basis. She even sometimes comes down and talks to her when she's in yoga. But the moment that Drew Barry...
Forget basic celebrity requests. Meghan didn't just want good lighting, she wanted perfect lighting. Angles had to make her look good from every direction. The seat had to be adjusted just right to avoid awkward posture, and even the interview questions. Yep, they were heavily reviewed and changed by her team to stay away from anything unscripted.
Thank you for coming here. I've been watching your show with love, which is really, really wonderful. And
Producers were reportedly on edge, rushing to meet her every demand. One insider even called it the most high-maintenance guest appearance they'd ever experienced. Tension grew so intensely that experienced pros were seen triple-checking everything from lighting cues to studio temperature, fearing another sharp correction from Meghan's team.
I've heard you like to connect.
octopus, you know, I really do.
That's so sweet, though.
I'm such a warm person and I love affection. How do you feel about that?
I just think it's really important. We've missed human.
But perhaps the biggest eyebrow-raiser, Meghan's insistence on being formally introduced as Meghan Sussex. Not Markle, not Meghan. The actress turned royal. No, Meghan Sussex, said with the dignity of a queen and the chill of a frostbite. Crew members who made a mistake and used her maiden name were quickly and coldly corrected. It felt more like a state visit than a celebrity appearance. One staffer revealed there was no warmth, no small talk, no laughter, just pressure.
Exactly where you are today.
Yeah.
So Mindy's a great example of that, or some of the other guests that came on that I hadn't had close bonds with, I knew a little bit of. And then you just get to play, and you're in the kitchen playing and making mistakes and having fun together, and I think that's what I'm hoping translates.
Can I tell you something I've heard?
And for a show that thrives on joy, spontaneity, and genuine connection, Meghan's presence flipped the vibe completely. What followed next? Let's just say this was only the beginning.
I really do.
That's so sweet, though.
I'm such a warm person and I love affection. How do you feel about that?
I just think it's really important. We've missed human connection, certainly after the pandemic and everything else. And we crave that. We crave being able to go, hi, and like, my friend, are you here? And to really be able to hold and touch and embrace someone. And so I think...
Let's be real. If you've ever watched the Drew Barrymore show, you know it runs on good vibes. Drew's energy is infectious. The crew's always smiling, and the set practically radiates warmth. But when Meghan Markle showed up, the entire mood shifted, and not in a good way. From the moment she arrived, it was like the temperature dropped 10 degrees. Staff who were used to guests cracking jokes and high-fiving the crew were suddenly met with silence. Meghan didn't look anyone in the eye, didn't smile, didn't say hello, nothing. It was as if the crew were invisible extras in her royal reality show.
I think holds on to it because it makes him feel better. But Meghan can't allow anyone else there because this is very, very private. And she gets, I think, very, very angry if anything else happens.
She never once acknowledged us. One crew member said bluntly, "We were standing right there, holding boom mics, adjusting lights, setting her up to look flawless, and she acted like we didn't exist."
If someone else has met her and feels that she was wonderful and that feels that she's also in the same group, she doesn't want that at all. We've even seen with Meghan that she's all alone.
And it wasn't just that she was quiet, she was cold, icy. The kind of cold that makes you second guess yourself. Did I say something wrong? Did I do something to offend her? The camera guys, the assistants, even the makeup artist, everyone felt it. Meghan breezed in like a queen visiting common people, only there for the throne, not the people making it shine.
Hailing, who I love.
Yeah.
Oh my God, she's such a rock
so
star.
Great. But also that was what was, I think, for me, really fun about doing the series is I could have some of my older friendships that I've had since middle school even, that are still in my life. And I think at the end of the day, you just really want to be able to show up with those people.
Most stars show appreciation, even if it's just a quick thank you before leaving. But Meghan, not a word, not a nod, not even a passing glance. One techie joked afterward, she looked past me like I was a potted plant, and I was the one adjusting her mic.
Given a nice sense of you guys on a very beautiful, intimate note.
Thank you.
Every time I ever know anyone who knows you guys, talk about how hot, this is the key word, everyone, and they're different people
What is she
from
about
different
to
walks
say?
of life. They go, they're so hot for each other. Like,
The crew, who were known for being the friendliest in daytime TV, were left deflated. Some said it was the most uncomfortable shoot they'd ever worked on. No laughs, no banter, just stiff silence and awkward glances. And once the cameras stopped rolling, she was out. No lingering, no hugs, no great job. Guys, just a quick exit, like she could.
Bonds with, I knew a little bit of. And then you just get to play. And you're in the kitchen playing and making mistakes and having fun together. And I think that's what I'm hoping translates.
can I tell you something? I've heard from people over the years that, and I watched, you know, Harry and Meghan on Netflix, of course, and so I feel like, you know.
She came in like royalty, one staffer said, and left like we were beneath her. Now, whether it was nerves, a bad day, or just her vibe, one thing's for sure, Meghan left a chill in that studio that no one will forget anytime soon.
Body language. Now, the Drew Barrymore show got such pushback on all of this, Angela, they've actually had to protect their posts on X. But at the end of the day, can you understand why people are so horrified that as soon as this Netflix show had to be promoted, all of the thoughts of privacy of the children is out the window?
Yes.
The anticipation was through the roof. Two powerhouse women, Drew Barrymore, the queen of feel-good TV, and Meghan Markle, the Duchess who's made headlines for everything from royal drama to social justice. You'd expect sparks, right? Something real, something raw. Instead, what happened was painfully awkward. From the very first question, Meghan's answers came off like they were written by a PR team on overdrive. No warmth, no laughter, no real emotion. It was as if someone pressed play on a pre-recorded script. The kind of cold, polished delivery that makes you question, is this Meghan or a perfectly programmed
to protect their posts on X. But at the end of the day, can you understand why people are so horrified that as soon as this Netflix show had to be promoted, all of the thoughts of privacy of the children is out the window?
Yes.
Drew, with all her charm and heart, tried to crack through the ice. She asked the questions everyone wanted answered about struggles, motherhood, and public life. But Meghan stayed locked down like a fortress with no cracks. Her smiles, more rehearsed than spontaneous. Her tone, monotone. The vibe, straight up cringe. One brutal comment summed it up perfectly. Watching Meghan was like sitting through a TED Talk by Alexa. All facts, zero soul, oof.
So again, it's like, I know this is really you.
Oh, yeah.
Because Harry, may I call him Harry? By the
Yeah,
way?
I call him
just
H.
blurted that out.
Yes, of course.
Okay.
That's his name.
Mr. Sussex? Harry.
The live audience shifted uncomfortably. The kind of awkwardness you feel when the DJ plays the wrong song at a party. You want to dance, but the beat just isn't there. Drew's signature warmth clashed hard with Meghan's frosty distance, and the cameras caught every second of it.
Can be thrown out the window at a moment's notice. Now, Angela,
When you want it.
Yeah,
Gone.
totally. Just gone. Lots of people were talking about how insincere the interaction was between Meghan and Drew Barrymore. We've put together a bit of a compilation, Angela. Watch this.
And everything else, and we crave that.
When Meghan tried to soften up, dropping lines about personal growth and motherhood, it fell flat, like a bad actor stumbling through their lines on opening night. You could almost see the production team nervously glancing at each other, wondering how to rescue this sinking ship.
Full of information, and Meghan doesn't like that. It makes her feel very awkward, I think. And she was, she's moving all the time. She didn't know what to do. She didn't want to touch her, but on the other hand, maybe she should. Very, very uneasy.
By the time this segment ended, the polite applause felt more like a collective sigh of relief. Viewers online blasted the whole thing as a masterclass in how not to connect with your audience.
Very lovable. He's easy to love.
He's been through extraordinary things. He's come out the other side. I admire some rebelliousness. I have some too. I think he's so amazing. I've been such a uber fan of his, and I don't know him at all, but watching as we've all watched him, I got to meet his mom when I was 7 years old.
Oh, I didn't know.
Meghan strutted off with flawless hair and a cool demeanor, but the real damage was done. Instead of winning hearts, she left the room cold, distant, and wishing for an unscripted moment that never came. If this was meant to soften her image, it did the exact opposite. It left people wondering if Meghan's royal reality comes with a side of emotional lockdown.
Obviously, there were a lot of lies as well in the interview. Angela,
Oh, yes. I did this, you did, I did this and that, and they all thought I was amazing, and then I went on to this and that. I mean, we can all do that, but we shouldn't. But, it's ridiculous to do that. She doesn't have to grab all that information. I don't think she needs to do that. She's got things which she can.
It was meant to be a sweet, sentimental throwback. Drew Barrymore, smiling as always, shared a personal photo of herself as a young star meeting Princess Diana. An innocent moment rooted in nostalgia. But Meghan Markle's face said it all. What should have been a lighthearted moment in the interview took an icy turn. Her smile faltered, her eyes narrowed, just slightly, but enough for viewers to notice the shift. Her body